as the world moves away from energy generated from fossil fuel to renewable energy because of emission of greenhouse gases. The federal government of Nigeria have been advised to hasten its economic diversification and invest in renewable energy through production and development of infrastructure, particularly in the electric vehicles production, to boost its transport sector. This was the topic of discussion at the Nigerian Society of Engineers Asaba branch annual general meeting, public lecture, induction of new members, and award night held at the Delta State Ministry of Works in Asaba, the Delta State capital. The event with the theme, the proliferation of electric vehicles, production and usage, a wake-up call for Nigeria and the Nigerian Engineer, witnessed different presentations on electric vehicle production, usage, challenges, infrastructural development in Nigeria, size of market, and how the Nigerian Society of Engineers can key into this emerging $8.585 trillion EV market projected for 2030. Quest Charles Kosipre reports that the Nigerian Society of Engineers Asaba branch also honored Governor Sheriff Oboriwori with an award for his commitment to physical infrastructural development in the state, alongside the Delta State Government House Chief of Staff, Johnson Ejiro, Delta State Head of Service, Regina Bayoko, the President, Nigerian Society of Engineers, Engineer Margaret Oguntala, the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Works, Engineer Juliet Aboloje, Engineer Sonny Emeka, and Engineer Halimat Aderinya, as well as 9 others. The advent of electric vehicles potentially portends doom for the Nigerian petroleum-based economy if she doesn't seize the golden opportunity. With a robust growth of 16% from 2018 to 2024 in electric vehicles and 14 million units produced worldwide, it is projected that by the year 2060, there will be no greenhouse emission because of the transition from fossil fuel to renewable energy. Engineer Halimat Adeniran and Engineer Sonny Emeka threw light on electric vehicle production and the need for Nigeria and her engineers to tap into this opportunity.
The electric vehicle is a way to go for our transportation system. And you also know that the global automotive industry is undergoing a significant transformation, moving away from the use of fossil fuel to power the engines to using electric vehicles. Now, what that will do for us is, apart from giving us a cleaner environment, devoid of air pollution, and also mitigating climate change, and of course, saving us from energy insecurity, is going to as well create various opportunities for employment opportunity for our teaming unemployed engineers, and it's going to increase our level of expertise. You agree with me that one of the challenges of deploying electric vehicle or the use of electric vehicle in Nigeria is, number one, the lack of skill to be able to maybe design or produce and maintain these cars, and of course lack of charging infrastructures amongst others. So if we as a nation begin to look into this direction, that is establishing of factories to begin to produce electric vehicles, in the long run, as I said earlier, it's going to give us a cleaner environment, all right, and as well create job opportunities for our teeming unemployed youth. So this is our advocacy.
Nigeria actually accepted and signed that by year 2060 there will be no more emissions. This is a tall target, is it not? As we talk today, everything we do in the transportation industry, nearly 100%, and I pay credence to my predecessor in speech. Believe me, I have not been able to trace one EV around. The plan to transit from fossil fuel energy. Fossil fuel energy is anything that before you get that energy, it burns and emits a lot of greenhouse gases, I've mentioned them, into the atmosphere, thereby causing pollution. The first thing to do is to tackle that sector, is it not? And that's why electric vehicles came in, so that they will be using fossil fuels. But what needs to be done? Problem solvers of society. That's who engineers are. To solve problems and make society bring value to society. Take the society further than where we met it. That's what we are trained for as engineers. By the year 2030, there's going to be 8.85 trillion, I'm not talking on naira, dollars spinning around the world economy. And what engineers ought to do is to strategize.
A new ESCO team was also elected and inaugurated at the event. The outgoing chairman of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Asaba branch, Engineer Felicia Awenea, appreciated members for their support through her 2-year tenure, while the Vice President, Collaboration and Linkages, Nigerian Society of Engineers, Engineer Bemio Ofoyeno, appealed for more cooperation and collaboration among Asaba engineers.
Supported all our programs, and that is why we have our AGM, our dinner nights, without asking our members to pay for it, because there are people who are working at the background. We want to appreciate you all, and especially one of us who has been at the forefront to ensure that NSC Asaba does not die young. The Mandela of Asaba branch, the talk and do of Asaba branch, the Emudiaga of the Asaba branch, the action part Asaba branch, the one that will not allow anything engineering to collapse is none other but our Vice President, Nigerian Society of Engineers, Collaboration and Linkages, Engineer Bemio Ofoyeno. Please.
As we transition this area, let us reaffirm our commitment to support our mission and work collectively to build on the strong foundation laid by our own chairman, Engineer Felicia Awenea, developed by the Secretary. This evening, we gather not only to celebrate our collective achievements of the outgoing chairman and our excellence, but also to recognize the remarkable individuals among us whose contributions have significantly advanced the engineering profession and have positively impacted our communities. Our duty to use our expertise to foster innovation, ensure stability, and contribute to national development.
In his acceptance speech, the new Nigerian Society of Engineers Asaba branch chairman, Ikechukwu Collins, appreciated members for giving him and his team the mandate to pilot the affairs of the branch for the next 2 years and pledged to bring progress to the branch.
I want to emphasize the commitment of myself and my team to rebuilding this branch and taking it to the next level of greatness. With your support and the enthusiasm and determination that we have. We know that the magnitude and the task ahead of us is high, but we want to embark on this journey from the very first day with planning with you. I want to appeal to my ESCO members to know that the work to take NSC as of the next level start with planning. And we are here to plan to make sure that all our members come out to always celebrate and partake in all our activities. Our goals for NSC Asaba is clear. Enhancing professional development and growth of the branch and its members. Enhancing the welfare of members. Members' welfare is the paramount interest of every member. And if the members are happy, the branch will grow. We will also try and see how we can have intergovernmental and industrial collaborations in order to build up structures to take the branch Asaba to the next level. We shall be in the full front of advocacy. Advocacy in all walks, in all spheres, in all disciplines of engineering. We shall advocate to try and see how we can get the engineers to be number one in Asaba, in Delta State, and in Nigeria at large. We shall also collaborate with our communities to give impact to everybody. There shall be impact in our societies, impact to our communities in all levels. While we recognize that this task will not be easy, we want to appeal to you to join us to try and see how we can take this to the next level.
High points of the event was swearing of oath of office by the new ESCO, presentation of awards to Right Honorable Sheriff Oboruwori, the Chief of Staff Government House, and others, as well as the presentation of checks to winners of the Nigerian Society of Engineers Asaba branch science quiz. 100,000 went to first place Glory of Institution of Continuing Education Asaba. 75,000 to second place Modi Chukwu Funaya, and 50,000 to Ozuamenem Peaceful, both of Zappa Basic Secondary School Asaba. Charles Kosibri for Quest News.